YouTube, what's going on? BD Wolfgang 1980 here, aka Bezell, the man to see and the place to be in the QCNC. Happy holidays to one and all. Welcome into your Raw preview for December the 8th, 2014. Tonight is the 2014 Slammy Awards. So let's give you a quick rundown of what's going to happen as far as what the nominees are, and I'll give my opinion on it. We'll pick some winners, and let's have some fun. Here we go. First things first, Seth Green is going to be the guest host tonight. So I'm a fan of his work. You know, I'm not the biggest fan, but I'm a fan of his work. I think he'll be able to rock and roll with a live crowd. Hopefully it doesn't come off too bad. Hopefully the crowd will give him a chance as well. Let's get down to it here. Let's start off with the big guns. Nominees for Match of the Year. Daniel Bryan versus Batista versus Randy Orton. That epic WrestleMania 30 match. Second nominee, The Shield versus Evolution at Extreme Rules. Another instant classic. What a good match. From there, we have John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, the last man standing match, which was at Payback. And a recent match actually made the list, Team Cena versus Team Authority at last month's Survivor Series. All of them great matches. For me, it's going to come down to more of a personal feeling as far as like which one just touched me the most. I mean, because at the end of the day, they all were good matches. They really were. Even the Cena Wyatt, I definitely wasn't crazy about the ending of it, but that's a whole nother story. But for my pick on this match of the year, I'm going to have to call it down the line, guys. Agree or disagree, comment down below. But I'm going to pick Daniel Bryan versus Batista versus Randy Orton. That was a long storyline. All of you guys in the Yes Movement, you didn't let it go. You never gave up. There was a payoff. So for me, out of these nominees, that's my choice. Daniel Bryan versus Batista versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania 30. Okay, let's get down to WWE Superstar of the Year. Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, Dean Ambrose, John Cena, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, or Bray Wyatt. Lots of names there. You really can't go wrong. Once again, I'm going to have to play just a personal feeling card on it. And I have two choices because I'm kind of torn. I'm going to have to go with Brock Lesnar, or I could easily go with Daniel Bryan. Let me break it down. Brock Lesnar had a heck of a year. Let's don't kid ourselves. I mean, you know what he did from WrestleMania 30 all the way to what happened at SummerSlam. He's had a great year. But Daniel Bryan, he had that build-up. He had that burial attempt. That guys, you know what I'm talking about. They tried their best to get you to forget about him, but we wouldn't have it. And for that, we actually got a payoff. WWE is not the one to do that. You longtime wrestling fans, you know what I'm talking about. They do not give you what you want just because you pressure them. They actually stand more defiant. But this time they couldn't do that because we weren't having it. Daniel Bryan. You know what? Forget it. I'm picking Daniel Bryan. Brock, you're out. I'm picking Daniel Bryan for my 2014 Superstar of the Year. Let's keep going. All right, we come down to our Diva of the Year. Your nominees are AJ Lee, Paige, and surprisingly, Nikki and Brie Bella. That's a different one there. Now, out of these four lovely ladies, for me, it's easy. I'm going to go with Paige. I've seen AJ Lee. You know, she is good. Not taking anything away from her. And Nikki and Brie Bella, and to Nikki's credit, she has really gotten a lot better. You know, comment down below whether you like her or not, whether her acting skills are good or not. I'll give her credit. She has gotten better, guys. I mean, she's putting in some work, and that's how you get better in life. You know that. But as far as something new, something fresh, and just to set the table a little bit for you guys, I didn't get into NXT this year. So when Paige made her Raw debut, it was brand new for me. I got back into it. I enjoyed it. So for me, I'm going to go with Paige. Paige will be your Diva of the Year. From there, we have our Laugh Out Loud moment of the year. Your choices are Damien Mizdow, being the stunt double to The Miz. Mr. T thanks his mother at the WrestleMania 30 Hall of Fame. Vicky Guerrero throws Stephanie McMahon in the chocolate pudding on her final farewell. And El Torito versus Hornswoggle in the WeLC match. For me, this is easy. And I just want to preface this by saying it took me a while before I could laugh at this. It took me a while before I could be comfortable with this. But my choice is going to have to be Mr. T. They tell me my time is up. Sorry. It took me a while before I could laugh at that guy, so don't think I'm disrespecting Mr. T. Let me tell you something. This is your buddy Bezell here. I'm a kid of the 80s. When I was growing up, Mr. T was a downright hero. So I was very upset when everything went down the way it did at the Hall of Fame. But I've moved on. You know, at the end of the day, he's there. So I can respect it from that standpoint. He's there. So my choice will be Mr. T for the laugh out loud moment of the year. At the end of the day, my buddy Mr. T made it. I'm happy. He did get long-winded. You know, you got to take some responsibility in it too, T. He got long-winded. He was really off subject. But at the end of the day, it was his moment, and that's what he wanted to talk about. So, but my choice is Mr. T on that one. Okay. From there, we go to extreme moment of the year. Your choices are Brock Lesnar with 16 German suplexes to John Cena. Obviously, the SummerSlam match. Kane's beating on Daniel Bryan that time when, you know, Daniel Bryan first took that little break, which was on an episode of Raw. Chris Jericho's crossbody to Bray Wyatt off the top of the cage, which was on an episode of Raw as well. And then, let's see, Seth Rollins' curb stomp to Dean Ambrose through the center blocks. You know, that really vicious attack that he did. Those are some good choices. Definitely nothing, you know, breaking the bank or anything like that. But for me, it's about epic moments. It's about things you don't think you'll ever see. And for me, it's easy. Brock Lesnar, 16 German suplexes to John Cena. You know as well as I do, with the year Brock Lesnar has had, WWE is not really one to roll out the red carpet too quick, unless it's Cena. But with him ending the streak and then having this type of dominant victory over John Cena in that match, none of us saw it coming. You know it. And come on, guys, comment below. You know it and I know it. They caught us off guard. That's what makes wrestling fun again. So for me, it's easy. Brock Lesnar's 16 German suplexes to John Cena at SummerSlam. That's your extreme moment of the year. From there, we get down to the surprise return of the year. Your choices are Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 30, Ultimate Warrior, WrestleMania 30, Hall of Fame, and obviously this, you know, the next night at Raw. Batista's return, and then The Rock's surprise return when he did the segment with Rusev and Lana on Raw. For me, it's super duper easy. Don't even need a long explanation. Super easy. Ultimate Warrior's return, WrestleMania 30, the Hall of Fame induction, the whole 9 yards. Rest in peace, Warrior. I'm one of your little warriors here, man. You were a man back in the day. I don't give a darn about any of the politics, whether he was that good. Who cares? You were the man to a little kid right here from the QCNC growing up. I'm glad you got your just due. So rest in peace, Warrior. But my choice for surprise return of 2014 is the Ultimate Warrior. Okay. Now we're down to the "This is awesome" moment of the year. When the Yes Movement occupied Raw, you all remember that. Daniel Bryan was out there. He probably had 100, maybe 200 people out in the ring. They all had the shirts on. They're all doing the Yes chants. That's choice number one. Choice number two is Stephanie McMahon being arrested on Live Raw. Choice number three is Sting debuting at Survivor Series. And choice four is Hogan, Rock, Stone Cold, Steve Austin all being in the ring at the same time with that wonderful segment we got at WrestleMania 30. Now, as cool as that was, if this choice wasn't there, I'd probably be picking that because that was a cool segment. But for me, it's super duper easy. It is, without a doubt, the icon, the man they call Sting. Easily. Once again, I'm in the QCNC. I grew up right here, NWA, Jim Crockett territory. I remember when Sting came out here, burst on the scene, had that epic feud with Ric Flair. You know, obviously I watched his career during WCW, and heck, I'm a TNA fan. I watched him during TNA as well. So for me, this is wonderful. Sting is finally getting his just due. So for me, it's an easy pick. Your "This is awesome" moment of 2014 was Sting showing up at Survivor Series. From there, we have your OMG shocking moment. First choice, Brock defeats the Streak. That's right. That's something that really needs to get a lot of credit. Let me say that again. Brock defeats the Streak. Much respect to The Undertaker. Nothing but respect. But for it to go down like this, I think he chose the right opponent. But let's move on from that. That's a whole other video. Second choice, Seth Rollins turning his back on the Shield when he, you know, hit him with those chair shots. Choice three, Bray Wyatt's choir surrounding John Cena at that time. I believe it was a cage match, and it was on Raw. Choice four, Nikki Bella turning on Brie Bella. For me, it's easy. I mean, you know, just to make it cute, let's break down the other choices. Okay, Nikki Bella turn on Brie. You know, that's going to happen. They're not going to be forever and a day, two baby faces. That's just how you spice it up. They're twins at the end of the day. You know, they want to stand out at the end of the day. They can't both be Divas champion. So that's going to happen sooner or later. To me, that's not shocking. Bray Wyatt's choir with the whole Cena thing, whatever. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching this man's father growing up. I enjoy watching him and his brother. I got nothing but love for Bray Wyatt. But right now, he's got to gain some more momentum. Seth Rollins turning on the Shield. In the ring, this cat can go. I, definitely am entertained by him. I enjoy his matches. You got to work on the mic, or either dial it down on the mic a little bit. Either way, it's not going to be his undoing, because he can really go in the ring. I'm actually looking forward to the TLC match coming up soon. Let's get back to the choice that I picked. Brock ending the streak. I don't care if you've been watching WWE 5 minutes, 5 years, 10 years, 15. I don't care. You know who The Undertaker is. You know what kind of respect he garners in this industry, in this company. And when he's at WrestleMania, there's just that feeling, that hush in the air. It's all there. You all feel it. You all felt it. And we couldn't believe our eyes when the referee counted 1, 2, 3. And let me tell you something. For me, it was even worse than just him losing. You saw that match, guys. He looks terrible. He did. He looked terrible. I felt so bad watching that match. It was over. You saw there was no way he was going to pull out of this. You saw it coming. You saw it a mile away. And I'll never forget it. I'm thankful I was fortunate enough to see it. I saw a lot of his other WrestleMania moments. So out of the respect card, out of the love for the Taker, it's easily Brock defeating the streak. I mean, what's bigger than that? What's bigger than that happened this year, even with Daniel Bryan? And I told you, I enjoyed the build-up with Daniel Bryan. We had a nice, long, strong build-up, but not a 20-something year build-up. So for me, it's easy. Brock defeating the streak. Now, that was fun, guys. I enjoyed this. I really didn't expect to get into this video like this, but they actually had a lot more nominees that they're going to talk about on the pre-show tonight. So if you want to watch that, if you have the WWE Network, get on there at 7:30. Check it out. I might check it out. I do have the network. I'll probably see what's going on. They actually have probably another 10 categories. So there's a lot of slammers being given out tonight. But the ones we're going to see on the air tonight are the ones that we ran down through here today. So let me go ahead and break this on up, wrap this up. It's a really cold day here in the QCNC. I got to get out here and warm up some cars. But you guys go out there. You be kind to one another. Share the video, comment, like, subscribe. I mean, what are you waiting for? You guys watch these videos, and I really appreciate it. Don't be shy. Comment, subscribe. Thank you very much. Your buddy Bezell is here for you. I always comment back to all the comments. So until we meet again, be good to one another. Stay safe. Bezell out.